Democrat, Republican, Independent, should not let Barack Obama just take their votes for granted. And let me give you a few more reasons, starting with his plan to, as he puts it, spread the wealth around. That is how our opponent defended his so-called tax cut to Joe the plumber the other day. Joe didn't buy it. Joe the plumber, he would have none of that. He called him on it. In fact, he said that he sure thought that sounded like socialism. And the rest of us shouldn't buy it either, especially the millions of women in America who own small businesses. Women start as many new businesses as men start, and are entrepreneurs trying to make a better life for themselves and for their families and trying to make payroll for their employees. They're women, just like Irma Aguirre is her name. She owns a restaurant close by. She dreamed for years of owning her own restaurant, and she made it just a year ago. Irma, she owns the La Madonna Mexican restaurant right here in Las Vegas. She employs 20 people. Way up under the Obama tax plan. And the health care fines and the mandates that our opponent would impose aren't going to help her much either. They're going to force her to let employees go if they are too high, and they could even put her out of business. And our opponent thinks he's got problems with Joe the plumber. Well, he should talk to Irma, the restaurant owner, because she's voting for John McCain too. Politicians in Washington, and Barack Obama hasn't given us a single reason to believe that he would be any better. A company's balance sheet tallies up just the same whether it's a man who owns the business or a woman. And women want the same opportunities as men, and they're entitled to the same rewards. Suffer just as much from the massive tax increase that Senator Obama proposes. And you know, there are a lot of families in this country with no father present. And when we make laws in Washington, those laws need to understand that they need to serve the mothers who are taking care of their families. And I've been very, very blessed to have a husband who's supported me along the way. He's a great dad who doesn't disappear at bath time or run from diaper duty, and I appreciate that, but a lot of women have it much, much harder than I've had it, and they need child care, which today can cost some families a third of their household budget, and they need reforms in labor laws that allow greater flexibility in the workplace, including more telecommuting, and they need a tax code that doesn't penalize working families. Change jobs, and they need better choices in retirement plans and worker retraining when things get tough. Women also need equal pay for equal work and not just being a talking point. Really, it is that simple. It's a matter of fundamental fairness in this country. And to make all this happen, working mothers need an advocate, and they will have one when this working mother is working for all of you in the White House. and that law allowed millions of girls to play sports. And over time, that opened more than just the doors to the gymnasium. Along with other reforms, Title IX helped us to see ourselves and our futures a different way. Women of my generation were allowed finally to make more of our own choices with education and with career, and I have never forgotten that we owed that opportunity to women, to feminists who came before us. We were allowed to be participants instead of just spectators on the achievements of others. And I was lucky to have a lot of support at home too. And that was, this is America, and every woman can walk through every door of opportunity. The belief in equal opportunity is not just the cause of feminists, it's the creed of our country, equal opportunity. And if I'm given the honor of serving you in the White House, I intend to advance that creed in our own nation and beyond, because across the world, there are still places where women are subjugated and persecuted as they were in Afghanistan. Places where they're bullied and brutalized and murdered in honor killings. Places where women are sold like commodities in the nightmare world of the sex trade, and places where baby girls are unwelcome as a matter of state policy, and their mothers are forced to have abortions. Now, no one person, no one leader can bring an end to all of those ills, to all of the injustices inflicted upon women, but I can promise you this: if I am elected, these women too will have an advocate and a defender in the 47th Vice President of the United States. The challenges that our country faces, challenges that concern all Americans. Let me tell you a couple of other things that we will embark on to better this great country. We will set this country firmly on a course towards energy independence.